Are you ready to find out what's going on in the Las Vegas market? Just so you know, I'm not doing this on my group because Facebook and Be Live are not working as a team right now. And the workaround I tried this morning didn't work. So anyway, let's see what's going on in Las Vegas. And I will tell you that we're going to see what the interest rates are going to do. And here we go. Here we are. Now, if you watched Bold Predictions yesterday, you saw where the interest rates are going. So we're going to look at that in just 1 minute. But first of all, we have 5,375 available high-rises, condos, single-family homes, and townhomes on the market. And that's 65 or 80 days of inventory based on 67 sales per day. And we get that figure from the November, where we ended up doing 67 sales a day, which was just 2 less than we did in 2022. Speaking of 2022, in December, we had done 669 sales as of the December 12th, 2022. This year, we have done 642. Now, we are down to 21 sales per day. The market is really down. And if you listened to Buffini yesterday, he told you that the market's down 23% overall for the year. And I would say that that's pretty accurate. If we look at the single family homes in the $455,000 range that are available on the market, it's 1,388. And that's about 35% of the market. And we just listed 22 yesterday. So we continue to feed the market with homes that are new to the market. Now, I have up there that the median price is $455,000, and that's based on November's figure. But I'm here to tell you today that the first 12 days of December, we are looking at $445,000. And if you're out there selling homes and listing homes, I'm sure it's a challenge, because that's like a big drop in, the value of somebody's home. $10,000 is a lot of money. If it was $455,000 and now it's $445,000, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And when you get up into the higher prices, it even gets a little bit different. I know we have a listing right now, and this gentleman I've known, my God, since 1998, and so we're very good friends. And I just reach out to him and say, please just lower your price a little bit or accept the next offer. We've had several offers where we've had lots of showings, and I'm just bringing this up because I'm sure you're having the same issue. Sellers still think their homes are worth what they were worth maybe last year. Well, it has changed. Just figure out how you're going to tell them that. And if you show the market statistics, I think that will really help. It always does when you're the knowledge broker. Going into the $1 million home stats, they're still selling at 4 per day. We have sold 1,286 this year so far. And today we have $751 million plus homes on the market. That number has remained consistent over the last year. Since the beginning of January, it has remained consistent. Within, I think we went down to 3.8, but we're still in that 4 area. Now, when we look at the investors have waned a little bit. The year-to-date daily sales are 21. Now, I don't know if you heard the politics the other day about the hedge funds buying investment properties, but basically they're saying that there's going to become a bill in front of Congress that says hedge funds can't buy single family homes to rent out. And I don't know if they're going to have to sell them. I don't know what is going to happen, but it just that's in the media right now. That could be good, right? It could be good, especially for Las Vegas. And, we're like our own island here. What else is going on? Well, just the median price. I want to address that. As of November, it was $455,000. But as of today, it's 445,000, meaning that the homes that are selling today are selling for less than they did. That same home was sell for less than it sold last month. And not to panic if you sold somebody a home, because the statistics, you have to look at the big picture, not a 30-day picture. But most people are staying in their homes now 13 years. That was the average the last time that NAR published what the average life expectancy in a home was, so to speak. So you have to be aware of that. And so the market is a 10-year cycle, and we're going to see that in just a minute, because I'm going to show you. Let me get my chart here for the interest rates, because this is something that is going to help everybody. So if you look at, and Buffini and Dr. Young talked about this yesterday. So if you look here at the interest rate update, in 2020, the interest rate was 3.72%. In 2021, it went down to 2.65%. And of course, everybody says we're never going to see that again. You never know. 2022, it was 3.22%. And then, my gosh, the peak this year was 8%. Now, I understand today, I looked up, and the interest rate today is 7.1. So to that point, the interest rates are going down. And what Buffini and Dr. Young are predicting is the projection for 2024 is to end up at 5.75, which is a tremendous rate. And so if you're selling a home today and the buyer's like, oh my gosh, the interest rate's 7%, well, you can tell them, hey, it's a possibility that, based on the market and your home equity and so on and so forth, in 2 years, you may want to consider refinancing. But 7% is really not a bad rate. It really isn't. And what Buffini said, even that, 6% is really more of the mean over the years. Yeah, 6%. I know. When you look at the 2.65, that'll never happen again, so they say. The 3.22, I don't think that's going to happen again. I think we're going to end up, like Buffini said, in the 5 to 6% range. And in 2024, 5.75 is really a gift. It's a really a big gift. So to that point, what I'd like to do is bring on a few tidbits today that I want to talk about. And one is, I was watching Gary Vaynerchuk, and Gary Vaynerchuk, of course, I love him. I'm sure everybody knows that. Let's see. Let me just put this down here. I was surprised and taken by surprise totally when I was able to go live at all today because of the wonkiness of things that are going on. So let's bring comment from, hi Greeley, good to see you. Okay, we're gonna bring Gary V on. And one of the things that Gary V is saying one thing, and hi Greeley, and Gary V kind of dovetails with what Brian Buffini is telling us. And Brian Buffini, as you know, if you've been a member with him for years and years, or if you've been part of my group, and I give you the items of value and the tidbits of things I learned from him, and Jimmy Daig and I teach his classes almost every year. So thank you, Greeley. So what I want to show you a little bit is, let's see, let me put this in perspective. So Brian Buffini is telling us that he's coming up with his new program, and it's to target the market for you to get sellers. And he's coming up with items of value. He's coming up with social media videos. He's coming up with all types of social media postings that you can do. And this is kind of dovetailing with what Gary Vaynerchuk is going to tell us. And I want you to listen to this, to him, because what he's going to tell you is very important about content. And then I'm going to chat about it as soon as you listen to him. So here he goes. Hold on, I'll turn that up a little bit.
10 to 40 happens because of your relationship with 0 to 10. These are really important themes. Back to marketing. Content on the internet, and I'm sure we have plenty of feelings about that. I know how people feel about it, especially in times of conflict like we're in now. How many people here have kids under 18? You've got all sorts of opinions and feelings about it, right? But in the context of your business, the attention that you need to start providing to this platform is very high. There's a direct correlation of how real it is for you to double your business, directly correlated to how much output you put out on social media. This organization itself changed the way they marketed after I spoke here 4 years ago. It's been good. I think we should learn from that. What really gets me fascinated about this is you can have opinions about it, and a lot of people here have opinions about doing social media marketing, but have never done it. You've said no before you started. I promise you that if you focus on 2 specific platforms in the short term, in my opinion, for this industry, LinkedIn number 1, YouTube Shorts number 2. Okay? Let me tell you why I said YouTube Shorts, and I saw some faces. YouTube Shorts acts in a lot of ways like TikTok, has elements of Instagram, but unlike TikTok and Instagram, YouTube is a search engine. The number 2 search engine in the world is YouTube. Number 1 is Google, for people that can read, and number 2 is for people like me. When I'm really researching, if I'm going deeper, now I'm using ChatGPT. I mean, AI makes search look like the yellow pages, but we'll get to that another time. But YouTube is the visual and the audio, and that's how I learn. If you were to put out content on LinkedIn and YouTube that was to help people that hire you without the expectation of them hiring you in the content you make, you will be flabbergasted how much your business can grow. Now, nobody got here by accident, so you put in work to be here. The problem is with social media is most people don't realize how much work it is, and when they've gone, they stop because it's real work. My point of view is that you waste 4 hours a day on dumb stuff anyway, and so if you reallocated 2 of those 4 hours to actually getting good at this, you could have the things you want. But that's just gonna be up to what you decide to do. It's kind of like getting into better physical health. It's not super complicated. You've got to get your protein ratios better than your sugar and carbs. Don't eat crap, go to the gym. Like, everybody here knows how to be in better physical shape, but it's hard. Same with this. But it is a remarkable time to be in the B2B industry, to have, when Facebook and Twitter were happening back when I was really going at it, it was tough to come to B2B conferences and know that they couldn't take advantage of it the way I could do with B2C, right? Nobody was crushing events doing hardcore Twitter and Facebook in 2012, 13, 14. LinkedIn is a monster. The consumption is huge, and people are discovering businesses to do business with heavy. Not to mention, how many people here have specific targets? Meaning, there are specific companies or specific events that you would like to start servicing. Raise your hands. Epic. So, LinkedIn, do you know that I run ads against employees of companies I want to do business with and have a stunning hit rate on it? The fact that you can run ads, meaning you make a piece of content, it goes organic and you see that it does well, and then you could take it and add money to it and spend $500, $200, $300 to run against targeting employees of the hands that you just raised, that is staggering. And before you ask me how, let me tell you how you do everything. There's a website. I'll spell it out for you. G-O-O-G. So as you're sitting here and be like, okay, what the fuck did he just say I want to try? You literally go to Google, it's this site, you've heard of it. You type in, how do I run LinkedIn ads? Enter, and then it shows up. This is not a game of you don't know how to do it. This is a game of you chose not to do it. And it is definitely, even in this moment as we're jamming, It is definitely the thing that baffles me the most, that I firmly know that if you post on LinkedIn 3 times a day, and now you're gonna say, what do I say, what do I do? And we'll get into that for a few minutes. But if you do, and you do it every day for 24 months, your business will grow staggering. Now let's talk about how you make that many pieces of content, because I'm sure a lot of people are like, shit, I've got one idea, that's all I got. You need to put yourself in a position to create content. Let me give you an example. I do not think it's crazy that you hire somebody to film you working jobs. I know, look, I know that some of the ideas are progressive, but I just want you to hear what I'm about to say. I believe that if you hired somebody to follow you around while you're actually working a job, make pretend you got lucky and you're now part of a reality show on fucking Bravo. Film it, right? There's always gonna be, I've been filming for a long time. There's tons of stuff you can't show. There's people that may not want you to do it. There's a ton to it. But if you take it, you film it, you don't even need to use the actual footage. You could film it and then do a voiceover of something that was going on where you can talk about it. You could be like fixing something, film, and then you can make a video about why you can't go with fake flowers and always have to go with real ones because of the financial. If you keep showing people, the world, LinkedIn, YouTube Shorts, that you know your shit, you will get business. If you get good at running ads against specific clients, you'll really get business. I don't know, well, I do know, but it is stunning to me that 99% of this room just listen to all of this and will 100% do nothing about it. I've been doing this a long time. I know. And it gets into the things that really upset me the most. It's because people don't want to be on film and deal with people's comments about how they look or what they said. The insecurities, back to why you're not scaling, drive me crazy. Let me just say something that I know has been working on a lot of people, and I hope it helps a couple people here if they're hesitating to post. Your hesitation to post because you're concerned about feedback of how you look or what you said or all that shit that we all know. I just want to remind you, you're not doing something to grow your business and make yourself happier because someone on the other side has the worst life on earth. Because if you go around the internet finding people who are trying to build and who have joy, and your response to that is to try to find a way to hurt them because misery loves company, we should not be mad at the people that are leaving these negative comments. We should have compassion for them. I'm a very public figure. I get plenty of shit. I never feel bad for me. Not because I'm egotistical or confident or anything else. It's because it makes no sense. Human beings spending their time trying to tear down other human beings are in a bad place. So please, don't stop building your dream or your happiness or your joy because there are people out there that are unhappy and will see that light in you and try to bring you down for a nanosecond. When you're faced with it, deploy compassion to their hurt. Don't deploy it to you. Be happy that you're not spending time doing that shit. I think we should do Q&A. I don't really, I've so much.
So, hold on. Hang on, everybody. You know me, God, you watch me is amazing. So, okay, couple takeaways here. Brian Buffini's coming out with his new program to target sellers. Gary Vaynerchuk is telling you how to become a brand. Now, this is new for Gary because Gary hasn't been telling us how to do things for years. He's been telling us what to do, go figure it out, go Google it. But then he starts telling us how to do things. And this is really big for Gary. And one of the things he says is, if you do 3 posts a day on LinkedIn and YouTube Shorts and Facebook, I'm going to throw that in because his audience wasn't a Facebook group type like ours is. A lot of our buyers and sellers are on Facebook, just saying. So anyway, if you do these 3 posts for 24 months, you will own your market. You will get what you want. You will make money. You will, to me, it's about happiness, right? You will be happy because you're accomplishing something. You're helping people. You're helping the sellers. And Brian is telling us we want to target sellers. He wants to go full blown in to target sellers, and his items of value are going to be about sellers. Everything is going to be about sellers. So if you take what Brian is telling us to do and use it as a roadmap, let's say, and then you take what Gary is saying, and one of the things that he is saying is that you take a video, and let's say that you're a member of Agent Formula and you actually see that we have daily blogs 5 days a week. You take that information or Brian Buffini's information, any piece of information, and you can say, are you in Henderson and you want to sell your home? Do you want to know how to stage that home? And you start doing a 30-second at least or more video for a YouTube short that you can also post on LinkedIn. Then you go back and you say, you can repurpose that same video and say, do you live in Green Valley? You can repurpose it and say, do you live in Summerlin? Do you live in Centennial Hills? I mean, if you take all the areas in Las Vegas, the rest of the message is the same. But what he's telling you about the fake flowers versus the real flowers is you can take that message to several different groups of people and end up with 8 to 10 posts a day, 13 posts a day, because you're target marketing different areas. And with what Buffini's going to provide us, which is this campaign, this Now campaign, we're going to become seller centric, because you need to. Here's the thing. You need to catch the wave. We're down 23% in our market. Okay. And you know what? Out ahead of us? Opportunity. There's opportunity that's ahead of us. If you're not posting on YouTube, if you're not doing YouTube shorts, if you're not doing LinkedIn, if you're not out there in Facebook posting and doing live videos, you're going to miss the wave. 24 months from now, you're going to say, what was I thinking? What was I doing? Gary Vaynerchuk says you waste 4 hours a day. Take 2 of those 4 hours that you waste and create video, create posts. And once you come up with, it's all about a system. You know, once you create a little system to do this, you will be able to capture people's attention. Day trading attention is what it's all about. If you don't get attention, how are you going to tell people what you want, what they want, what they need to hear? You've got to capture their attention. And what he's trying to tell you is, you know, in the beginning that you might get like 5 views, right? Or you might get 10 views or whatever, or you might go viral. But regardless, you've got to find out how you come across to the public to get their attention. You have 24 months to capture and be on this wave. You got Brian Buffini. I'm going to help you with that. Jimmy's going to help you with that. You've got my group where, you know, I'm always teaching things, tips and things like this Gary V video. I'm always trying to help you. And maybe you take it for granted. Maybe say, oh, well, you know, when I get around to it, I'll do it. No, don't do that. Take a video, repurpose it to different areas. Take the content that's on your Agent Formula website, the posts that we do daily for 5 days a week. Take that information and just spill it out there to Centennial Hills, to Summerlin, to Green Valley, to Henderson, wherever your market is. Maybe just do a geographic to, you know, if you get into the ads for YouTube and in the ads for your LinkedIn, like he's saying, Google it. I start trying to tell you how to do it, but I'm not going to, because you can Google it. And you start getting a presence. And you don't get disappointed because, you know, not everybody's running to you. But over time, when you do the Buffini system to get sellers, and you're doing the Gary Vaynerchuk system to become a brand on social media, and these things start to dovetail, you may have the biggest 2 years of your life coming up. Now, it's like he says, you know how to work out, you know how to eat right, you know how to exercise, but it's all in the execution. You know what to do to look good, feel good. You just have to do it. And that's, like he said, he's done these speeches. Oh my gosh, I've heard Gary Vaynerchuk. I can't tell you how many times I've had dinner with him. I've gone to his VCons. I've done so many things with him. And I still don't do everything he tells me to do. And he's saying to his audience, I'm going to tell you how to do it, what to do, and 100% of you aren't going to do it. You're not going to execute. Well, I hope that at least 2% of my audience does it, because that's big. That's big. If 2% of you do what I'm just the middleman. I'm just telling you what Brian Buffini is going to do. I'm just telling you what Gary Vaynerchuk's going to do, and I'm just trying to put it all together for you. And I hope that this is valuable. It's not easy. I get up in the morning and I go work out, and then I've started doing my little videos when I work out, just because I want people to. I'm not doing it because I need you to see me. I'm doing it because I need you to see how easy it is. It's easy. Just get out there and do a little live. You don't even have to show your face. I mean, I don't want to show my face at 5 o'clock in the morning, although this is my face because I haven't even taken a shower yet today. It's not hard. And I just implore you, beg you to do it. Just start doing it. I do those little 30-second videos in the morning to kind of accountability for myself. Just to, if I'm going to preach it, if I'm going to teach it and preach it, I need to do it. So I need to show you how easy it is. And sometimes, like Marie Harrod, who I've loved for years, and she moved to the East Coast. The other morning, she just kind of caught me. And it was so nice to see her. I'm like, hi, Marie, how are you? So good to see you. And anyway, you're going to, your vibe will attract your tribe. And so eventually, if you do this consistently, and when you walk in, you get the honor to give somebody a listing presentation because you've done the Buffini thing. Now they're going to, maybe even before they make an appointment with you, they've Googled you. And if you don't have a presence, they're going to say, this other agent, you Google her, she's on YouTube, she's on LinkedIn, she's got a Google business page, she's doing all these things. Well, guess who's going to win that competition? The person who's branded. It's so important. If you really, really, really want to be happy and have a better lifestyle and have a business that thrives and that you can depend on, you just have to be consistent. And we all have insecurities. We're all worried about what people think, but get rid of that, because that's not going to serve you. You're not going to be able to get what you want out of life at all in anything you do if you don't get rid of your insecurities. And video is where it's at. And then there's a whole nother thing with artificial intelligence, with deep fake, with the fact that videos for 100 years have been, not quite 100 years, but 100 years have been like the truth serum. And now with some of these deep fake and these AI tools, that may change. Well, then there's a solution for that too. So you need to just get in the groove. Get in the groove. I'm going to teach you in the next several months more about AI, more about blockchain, more about the things you can do to be authentic. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. We want to watch Brian Buffini. Let's see, I think he's starting now. So goodbye, everybody. I'll see you in the next couple days. Hopefully you heed what I say. And I'm going to post this Gary V snippet too. So you don't have to listen to me. You can just listen to him if you want to rewatch it. Just saying, that's real. Okay, I love you all. Subscribe, like, love, whatever you want to do. Just let me know that you heard.